Everybody think motorcycles just cheap thrills. You know, you walk in the dealership, you see that shiny fairing, that bike just shining under them dealership lights. You know what I'm saying? And the salesman always trying to hype you up like you about to live in a movie or something. And you end up signing that paper. You swipe that card and you roll up out of there feeling like you beat them somehow. But that is not the case. Even though gas is cheap, the wind is free, and you smiling ear to ear most likely. But the truth is, every single ride has a cost. And it's not just the bike. It's not just the gas. It's the hidden bills, you know what I'm saying? The stress, the waiting, the accidents, the gear, all of it pile up. And nobody gonna tell you about it until you knee deep in it. And it's way too late. That's the hidden tax of riding. And for this video, that's what we gonna break down. Welcome to Moto Massey. See, the first thing they don't tell you, that sticker price you see on the bike, that's just the cover charge to get you in a club. And once you in, every drink, every song, every moment has got its own fee. And it's the same thing with motorcycles. You think like, oh, I got this bike for 10 racks, I'm good. No, sir. That's just the start. And the dealer make you feel like that's all it take. But the lifestyle come with a subscription plan every time. You do not get to cancel. This is not Netflix. This ain't Stars. You ain't watching Power. This is real life. You got gas, tires, gear, the maintenance on its own. You got tickets, insurance, even your time, even your peace of mind. And that's all part of the bill. And the wild part is nobody warned you about it. You find out when it's already too late. And when that first tire go bald, when that first cop light you up, when that first rainy ride leave you out underneath the bridge somewhere on 270, that's when it hit. Like, man, I'm part of this club. I'm stuck. Why did I get into this? You're gonna ask yourself a million times, why did you even do it? But at the end of the day, you will not regret it. You will love riding bikes, but it's got a hidden cost. And that's why we're here today. First hidden cost is that daily tax. We're talking about gas. That's the tax you do not think about, but it never let up, ever. Every single ride. It start at the gas pump and it end at the gas pump. And with sport bikes, it ain't 87. It's premium every single time. That's that $5 a gallon life. And it add up quick. You go out for a 200-mile Sunday ride with your boys, and you're going to be filling up twice. That's $50 gone right away. And then 50 again the next weekend. And 50 again after that. You think you just went for a ride, but in reality, you just traded half a paycheck for some wind therapy. You know, that's a stretch, half a paycheck, but you know what I mean. And every pump tick reminds you, these bikes don't run on smiles. They run on premium. You're going to get tired of hitting premium at that pump. You got to take out your key, put it back in, you know, put it in the gas tank, open up the gas tank, close the gas tank, lock the gas tank, put it back. Dude, it's so repetitive. Either way, let's move on. Tax number 2, tires. The rubber road tax. Man, this is the one that always smack new riders. Tires. You don't realize how fast these things melt until you're the one buying them. On a sport bike, you will get rid of a rear tire in like 2,500 miles. Maybe 3K if you ride soft. You lean it hard in the twisties, you do a couple pulls on the highway, that rubber gone. And when you go back to the shop, they say, yeah, that's $250 for the tire plus install. It hurt, man. It hurt. Right now, I'm on a Rosso 3 on the back. Dude, I feel like I had this tire every bit of 2 months. That's what it feels like. I ride my bike quite a bit, but It is so fast. It is so fast. It's ridiculous. And if you getting in thinking that it compares anything to a car, you in for a rude awakening. The more fun you have, the faster that they vanish. It's like the smile burn rubber. Every grin in the corner leave your wallet a little lighter, and you gonna realize it quick. And if you're trying to save a buck or two, now you gotta learn how to change it yourself. But see, it ain't like a car. It ain't just a couple lug nuts. Like I said, it take your time too. You gotta get the chain off. You gotta get the axle out. It's one wheel on each side, front and back. It's a real tax, dude. It's tax. It's labor. And it's time. It's YouTube. It's a lot of learning. You get mentally exhausted just trying to figure it out. But like I said, this is the hidden tax of bikes. But is it worth it to you? It's worth it to me. But that's why I still ride. But very soon I got to change my tire. Either way. Now we're going to go into the invisible tax. The gear. Your first helmet, you thought that was enough. But a year in, you upgrade. Then you add gloves. Then you add boots. Then jackets with an S. Rain gear. And suddenly your closet looking like cycle gear. Some motorcycle store. And you realize gear ain't fashion, it's survival. That jacket with armor, that helmet with the better shell, that's the difference between sliding home or sliding right into the ER. I got 4 helmets, maybe 6 jackets, 4 pair of gloves, 2-3 pair of boots. It gets out of hand, dude. And a good helmet is $500 minimum. A good jacket, $350 minimum. Good boots, $600 minimum. I mean, it gets expensive. And every upgrade means another swipe of the card. Nobody tell you, your gear gonna cost about as much as your bike. It adds up, like I said, man, but when it's all said and done, you feel good about it. You get that riding confidence. You going out, you're going a little bit harder and a little bit harder because now you got the pants, or now you got the boots, or now, if you go down, you ain't gonna lose a bunch of skin. You're prepared. And it's so essential to be prepared. But they tax you for it because they know you need it. So be smart about it. Don't go all out because you're looking at it like fashion. Go all out because it means something to you. The hidden tax of maintenance and repairs. Chains stretch, sprockets wear, oil gets dirty. Every 1,000 miles, some need attention. When you drop your bike, that's when the tax really hits you. One parking lot tip over, suddenly the fairing cracked, lever snapped, mirror scuffed. That's hundreds just to make it look decent again. And we all gonna go through it, regardless if it's you dropping it or having to change the oil. Very simple task, by the way. Or having to change the tire or clean the chain. Very common things. Once you start getting into valves and everything, you get in a different league. But shops love sport bikes because they know we ride hard. And every hard ride comes back as a service ticket. So you got to be careful with the bike. Don't treat it like junk because it's yours. You bought it. You paid for it. You should love it. Treat it that way. But the maintenance is the one that will cost the most. You got guys who will try to get over on you. You got guys who love taking care of clients and want to build that relationship. Then you got guys who refuse to take it to anybody. They'll put a zip tie on it and smack it and call it good. Which one are you? Because me personally, if I can fix it, I'm fixing it. I'd rather avoid that service ticket and take 2 days figuring something out and just sacrificing that 2 days of riding. But then again, time is money. It all depends on the person. But maintenance has to be one of the biggest tickets of bikes. and it comes around quite often. Speaking of tickets, this is where the riding culture and the sport bike tax, it get real. Insurance companies see your age, they see your bike, and boom, your premium gonna trip right away. They treat you like you already crashed, like you already got caught speeding. And the second you do get a ticket, the rate jump again. Dude, they get over every year. We all know it. And if you're 25 and under, they gonna really take advantage of you. They gonna treat you like a cellmate. It's like paying for mistakes you ain't even made yet. And the cops, when they see a sport bike, they see a payday. That speeding ticket ain't just money, it's points. And them points make the insurance company smile while you cry. So be smart, don't try. Listen, if I had to give you any piece of advice, be on your best behavior when you're on a bike around a cop. If you know it's a cop infested area, be on your best behavior. Obviously stay safe, but when you get around a cop, you better be extra safe. Act like you literally just got your MSF. Do everything right. Unless you're one of the guys that run. Obviously, you always got one of those. But tickets and that insurance, that's that tax that you dread coming around. And tickets get expensive, 25 and over, especially if you're going to get a lawyer. Go get a lawyer, man. Number 6, the time and emotional tax. Nobody talk about the waiting. You order a part, and now your bike sit 2 weeks in the garage just collecting dust. While you wait, you go on a ride, it rains, you stuck under a gas station awning, water dripping off your helmet, and when you finally get home, the sun's shining again. Just went through it a couple weeks ago during bike night. It started pouring down, and I hid for a second like a scared dog. And I mean, dude, I got 1 block away from home. Everything was dry. The sun was out. My dog was out in the front yard playing. It is so draining, and it could be worse. You walk out in the morning and your bike gone, stolen, or sitting there, but your printer ain't been messed with. And that's stress that you don't see on a receipt, but you feel it every time you twist the key. But again, like I said, is it worth it to you? Bikes, that's something that a lot of people won't understand. You won't understand the stress that comes with it without you even having to ride it. Like you leaving your key on, and now you come back out 8 hours later and the bike won't start. And now your coworkers just staring at you. What's wrong with the bike? And you gotta embarrassingly tell them, I left my key in it on accident. I forgot it. I'm the worst with leaving the key in the bike. But that time of getting it back started, starting the bike, or having somebody take you to AutoZone to go get a battery for the bike, is draining, man. And it does mess with the emotions. But let's move on to the next tax. This is the tax that everybody know about. It's almost an unspoken tax, and that's risk. This is the one that everybody who doesn't ride, this is the one that they bring up. Oh, you must want to die. You getting a bike, you must have a death wish. I know somebody, they had a bike and they crashed on it. Oh, my brother crashed, my uncle died. And it's like they try to guilt trip you. But it's all your choice at the end of the day. You deal with the consequences of the actions that you make. Like I said, this is the one that nobody wants to bring up, but every rider knows. And a crash ain't just fairings, it's medical bills. It's time off work. It's scars that you just can't wash off. It's the way that your mama look at you, or your girl, that mix of anger and fear. And even if you heal mentally, it stays. You replay it every ride going forward. And that's the tax that nobody posts about. Every rider pays it sooner or later, though. Some more extreme than others. Some don't even feel it. But you will pay that tax. You will drop it. It all depends on how fast you're going. That's what makes the difference of how hefty a tax can be. But it's risk versus reward. Is the reward of the thrill worth the risk to you? Because to me, it is. I get up every day. I'm gonna be honest. When I first started riding, dude, I used to have the shakes. You get them butterflies. And it's something you never forget. But that takes us into our next one. Bikes are the reward that keeps you paying. But here's the thing, even with all that, we keep paying because the freedom is priceless. That first pull onto an open road, that group ride with your boys, that one golden hour ride where the whole sky is on fire, that's the reason. Every tax feel worth it after that. When that's going on, nothing matters. When the visor drop and that engine just singing. You paying money and time and scars and stress. But what you get back is something people in cars will never understand. The price of freedom, it ain't free. But for riders like you and me, it's worth every single penny. So yeah, motorcycles will drain your wallet. It'll drain your time, maybe even scare the people who care about you. But for those of us who ride, it's worth every hidden tax. Because freedom ain't free, but it's always worth paying for. It's J-Rod, and I'll see you on the next one.